knows nothing, can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
Good tidings, everybody, and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast. This is episode number 72. I'm Mike, and with me, as always, is my brother Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
And it is Dark Road release week. Now, we'll get to what all that means and what that does and what that is. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Apple Podcast review that I need to read to you. And in order to read it properly, Jason, we need to take a trip a couple episodes back.
Oh. Okay.
To episode number
Oh, shit.
69.
Oh, nice.
Episode 69. So let me get some mood music going here. This review is titled Real Five Head Discussions. It's a 5-star review. And it's from Kaisaris. I don't know who Kaisaris is, but thank you. And they're from Canada, I can tell you that. Because that's what it says. And here we go. I'm going to read this to you guys in a dulcet, sexual, sultry kind of way. I was absolutely excited when I found a podcast discussing my lifelong fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has taken me over and over by exploring new places. And that is exactly what the Ansem Report podcast does too. Take me over and over. Mike and Jason make sure I finish each and every week by including the best outros on the market. They are also experts at going deeper than anybody else. Their discussions are so intricate and detailed that I find myself wanting them more than once a week. Sometimes, I must admit, I replay the recordings multiple times a day and just sit back and let it take me again. When I listen to this podcast, I find it very hard, I imagine, to do what Mike and Jason do successfully each time. Make sure their audience is coming. Coming where? Coming back for more. Thank you, Kaisaris, if I'm saying that right, for the very, very sexual, the very toit review of our podcast. And we hope that as comfortably as possible, we keep all of you coming back for more every week. Tara's in the background. You didn't hear her, but she just said, "Good God." So, that out of the way, Jason. Thank you again for that. And you can always go review us on Apple Podcasts. I just want to remind you guys. We have another very sensual message.
Oh, yeah?
This time delivered from Tetsuya Nomura, our good friend. And it was upon the release of Dark Road that he released this message on Twitter. And I'm going to read it to you guys. Maybe not as sensually or sultry, but just know that the heart is in that place.
The heart wants what it wants.
Right. Kingdom Hearts Dark Road launches today. I'm sure you're wondering, didn't the Dark Seeker saga portraying the battle against Xehanort conclude with Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, it's hard to say if Dark Road is a part of the Dark Seeker saga, since this story isn't about the battle against him, but about his own struggles. You might think that's a stretch, and frankly, maybe it is. But this is a story I've been hoping to tell for a long time. It just never seemed to fit in what the team wanted to do, so I shelved it. When the Union Cross team approached me about creating another game with a new main character and seeing how Xehanort has a surprising number of fans, we decided to do it. It was fate. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is part of the Key series that began 7 years ago as a browser game. This series depicts past events at a time before Sora's existence, which is how Dark Road fits in. Well, even if Dark Road isn't part of your Dark Seeker saga, didn't Kingdom Hearts conclude with KH3? I've seen comments like this here and there, but I'd like to say we have never made any official announcements to that effect. So get pwned, losers. He didn't write that. I added that. The KH series previously showed Xehanort in his younger years, and the protagonist of Dark Road is the teenage Xehanort from KH3 who enjoys playing chess. The first installment of the story was long enough to make the team pale, and for good reason. They'd recently reduced their animators, leaving only 2 who could create cutscenes in Flash, and with the workload of Union Cross, it was more than they could handle. Speaking of, if you're familiar with Flash, please send us your application. Going back to the game, the story will reveal who Xehanort crossed paths with, what he was thinking, and where he was headed. Well, we all know he was headed towards darkness, but I hope you will accompany him on his journey. I also hope you enjoy Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I've shared with the team ways to make it more accessible for those taking a break from the game or those starting with Dark Road, and these changes will be implemented in the near future. I have so much more to talk about, like the mystery behind the initial Dark Road concept, DP, or secrets about how the title came to be, but it's a hectic day, and I'm on the move while typing this on my dying cell phone, so those stories will have to wait for another time. I hope you enjoy Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. Director of the Kingdom Hearts series, Tetsuya Nomura.
Oh my God, Nomura!
Nomura!
Oh my God!
Nomura!
Oh my God!
Nomura, what a king. As Mel put it on Twitter, our good friend Mel of Secret Reports said, "On my dying phone, what an absolute king. God, I love him." And we feel the same way, Mr. Nomura. However, we're going to get into some Dark Road business, and I don't know. We'll see. Jason has some things to say. That being said, Jason just in the middle of the podcast got up to get a drink. I'm just like talking. He's just like, "Meh, I'm going to get a drink."
They would have never known.
Dude, this isn't a stream, okay?
They
You
would
can't
have
just
never
go
known.
willy-nilly.
Dude, you're a snitch. It's kind of
I
cringe.
snitched you out. It's true.
It's kind of cringe.
But you deserved it.
They would have never known. All they would have heard is me pop this boy open.
Yeah. He just got up, sneaking around like he was the Grinch getting ready to shove a Christmas tree up a chimney.
Oh, yeah. And I do it again.
Dark road, take me home to the place where I belong. Scarlet Kayums and our mama, take me home. Dark road. You think I'd record that one time and just use the same bit every time? But
Yeah,
I
no.
really want to sing it every time. I feel like I'm getting better every time. Jason, Dark Road released on Monday. You and I, when we could, spent the last, we're recording this on a Tuesday, spent the last 24 hours or so trying to push through this game to see what kind of content it offered, where it leads off, and what kind of story elements it tells. I don't want to get into story elements yet because there might be some people, I guarantee there's some people who haven't gotten to the end of the first batch of content here.
Yeah.
But
so we'll talk spoilers probably later.
Here's what I'm going to do, because last night as I was laying in bed, Tara and I were getting ready for bed. I'm going to wait till this ambulance goes by. Hold on. Laying a little heavy on the siren there, don't you think?
Like, I hear you, dude.
I hear you, dude. You got people's lives to save, okay? Jesus.
I got a podcast to record.
Right,
here,
come on, dude. This is way more important.
Dark Road.
Dark Road's going on. So last night I'm getting ready for bed. Tara and I are just kind of hanging out, laying in bed, and I hear this noise, and it's like a grown man upset, and he's just
Possibly malding.
He's malding. He's so upset that his hair's falling out of his head, and I go, "Is that Jason?" And sure enough, Jason was on Discord talking to his buddies, just popping off about Dark Road and how he feels about it.
Well, because we didn't really talk about it.
Right, because we like to save it for the podcast.
Well, also, you hadn't beaten the last mission yet.
Yeah.
And
You kind of almost spoiled it for me because I heard some things. But I have now. I beat the last mission today.
Right.
We both got through, well, not the last mission, but we both got through mission 20, which is the last mission that has story elements to it. So, Jason, I turned your volume down a little bit because I get the feeling that you're going to be pretty loud. Why don't you go ahead and you just emotionally dump everything you got right now.
I kind of did last night, but I'll do my best.
And then if I have any counterpoints or any if I want to play devil's advocate at all,
I know you will.
I will. But I feel like we feel the same way about this for the most part. So why don't you just start going, and I will adjust the volume based on how loud you get.
All right, dude.
Take it away.
Dude, so kind of to explain how I got to my molding state. So I wake up.
Wait. Before you go,
This is a process of me just slowly molding.
do you know what's going on, actually? I've cracked the code.
What?
You're turning into Xehanort.
I am.
This game is making
what I
you
was gonna-
so mad you're turning into Xehanort.
That was a bit that I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ruined your bit.
Anyway, so I wake up Monday morning and I'm like, I put my hands together. I was like, ooh, baby. We're going to get some new Kingdom Hearts action. Let's go. Right?
Uh-huh.
I wasn't even expecting much because I don't enjoy Union Cross. I was just like, okay, at least I'm going to get some good story.
No story right now.
That's where I was wrong. But anyway, I install the game. I'm like, yo, this is sick. It's got this cool splash art and everything. I open the game up. It's got this flashback to Union Cross stuff. And then the first story beat happens and everything, the intro. And then I fight the first I haven't even seen the menu screen yet. I do the first fight. You beat it, whatever. And both Ericus and you already know I had to pick Vor. The little girl named Vor. I had to pick her. No, but real talk, I felt like she was the only one useful. Because it was attack boost, magic boost. I was like, that might be good. But you don't even start off with magic, so she's actually useless at the beginning. But anyways.
Unless you're dropping some gems.
Well, in the first fight, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
So anyway, I beat the first fight, and Ericus and Vor are like, but young Xehanort's still I'm going to kill everybody. And it just keeps staying there and staying there and staying there. And I'm like, oh, no. No. So then I look at my Wi-Fi. I'm still connected to Wi-Fi and everything. The internet wasn't down. So I was like, okay, well, let me just restart and redo this over with my data on.
Right.
Because I was like, fuck that. I'm not messing with it. Because I thought maybe it was an internet issue. So then I do it again. It froze on me again. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? So then I literally I updated my phone because I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck can I do?
Right.
So I update my phone and then I closed out every single app in the background. I opened it up and I was able to get through it.
Okay.
I play the first couple missions or whatever, and then I realize I have no fucking audio. There's no audio. I go into the sound and whatever it is on the iPhone settings. I went on to Spotify. My music was playing just fine. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then I was like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to uninstall the game because it just keeps bugging out. I must have something happened when I was installing it. So I uninstall it and I reinstall it. So I do the intro again. So I go through the intro, 4 times? And I'm like, okay. It's been an hour. I'm like, okay. That's not how the game is hopefully going to be. I got sound. I got through it. There wasn't even a hiccup. I was like, okay, this is good.
Maybe you had a bad install.
Right. Shit happens. There's probably a lot of people installing.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Right.
So I get through. I'm kind of tilted, but I'm excited to play the game because I thought it was pretty cool how you can either auto battle it or you can do it yourself.
Yep.
And if you do it yourself, you can do it faster than the auto battle.
Yeah.
So there's actually a reason to not auto battle.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. And then you get to the menu screen, and at first I was a little confused because on
Menu screen's a little confusing. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, because on Union Cross it's different. I kept pressing the menu button in the top right, and it just kept pulling up that settings thing.
And then when you get out of that menu, it is the slowest thing of all time. I don't know if they
Oh no.
Oh, for me, it was it does that loading screen.
Oh, when you get out of the settings.
When you get out of the settings, it's the slowest thing of all time. It's
the
we
frame rate
have to
drops.
save your settings right now, and it's really hard for us.
Yeah.
But no, like the menu's confusing
It does
because
stutter.
it confused me is I did a bunch of because they have the world battles where basically you go into a world and it's designed for like auto battling.
Yeah. It's the grind
and
spot.
it's an endless battle. And you go through different like backdrops of the world that you're in, that's kind of cool, I guess.
And it's like the same 5 enemies.
And it's the same 5 enemies, and you go through and blah 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 blah. I did that like 4 or 5 times before I saw the little mission thing in the top right corner.
Top right. Yeah. I think that's like
You think they'd switch them? You think like the main mission that you need to do, and I get sometimes the mission is just hey defeat this many enemies.
I do think it's cool how you can swipe just the middle of the screen and it changes what world you're on.
Yeah.
I think that's why they wanted to do it, like stylistically.
But
that thing needs to be bigger.
Holy shit! I
dude.
just smacked my mic into
That
my
thing
mouth.
needs to be bigger. It's got to have one of those exclamation points on it.
It had-
or just put it in one of the bottom menus.
Well, yeah, it was weird that they didn't tell you how to progress,
Yeah.
and so I was like,
That was a little weird.
but then once I got it, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. And then like you go into stats, you find out how to level up and do your deck and stuff, and you get at the beginning you're getting a bunch of because every time you kill an enemy the first time, you get 1 maximum HP. You kill it 10 times, you get another stat.
And I think that's a cool system, especially considering you're leveling up one character.
Right.
Like it's a good system. I don't
They
have a
had similar
problem.
things
I don't have a
in-
problem with the systems of the game as far as like leveling up and battle points and all that. It's how they implement them.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue with your
So anyways,
your so far very calm rant.
so far, because I was testing the waters,
Right.
Yeah, I got my little toesies in. I'm like, not so bad so
Water's
far.
not so bad.
That's not so bad. So then I go in, I put my whole foot in then now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I get through the first like 15 missions really fast. The only reason that so in Unicross you can bam, 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 and then there's a mission where it spikes. That's just how it works in Union Cross. It's pretty much the same level, and then it spikes at a certain mission.
What I do enjoy about this more than Union Cross is Union Cross you got to like wander around the world and find the
all
enemies.
that.
Fuck that. That's
No.
not fun.
And like run around and there's all little sparkly things.
Oh, touch the thing to get more points. It's like
Right.
that's not fun.
So like, I do enjoy not having to do that because that was always kind of whack.
Yep.
And it was just mindless tapping in between the battles. But anyway, so I get through like the first maybe 10, 15
Missions. Yep.
so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, then I got out of that and I hadn't even pulled a single card yet. And you only get 1 card from the missions. So how they do it in a lot of games do this. You have like a daily, a weekly, a monthly like checklist where it's like, hey, if you do this, you'll get gems. If you do this, you'll get whatever, right?
Right.
And they have the same type of thing in here. But dude, some of these are fucking gruesome.
Yeah.
I completed all of the weekly ones, and when you complete all the weekly ones, you have enough gems to pull. You have to defeat 5,000 enemies to complete this, by the way. 5,000. You get enough to do 2 pulls and level up maybe once.
Right.
And that's a whole week. That's like, is that how your progression is supposed to be in a week? That's kind of whack. Anyways, then going on to the beginner mission. You cannot complete beginner mission without spending money. 100%.
You're talking about the event mission.
No. So like there's the missions tab that has all the things like get to level 1, beat quest 1, beat quest 5. Like it's supposed to be your main line of progression and like shows you what you should be trying to do next, right?
Right.
So in order to do this, in order to complete it, you'd have to get to level 20, which I played. So I started playing at like 4 p.m. and then all my issues stopped by around like 5 p.m. Like I got the game running and everything. I played from like 5. My game did not turn off for like 7 hours because I wanted to get through it because we're supposed to record today. So then I get through it, and in 7 hours of straight gameplay, I'm only level 14. I wasn't level 14 until today. I was actually only level 13 yesterday.
Right.
But anyways, my main issue with the game and in general, so you get through the first 15, then I found out, oh, you can pull the cards. And that's what I actually like more than how Union Cross does it. Because, like, okay, if you get a duplicate in Union Cross, it's pretty much dog shit. Because back in the day when it first started, it actually helped because you would level up that version of the card. But now they all pretty much come out like you can't upgrade it anymore with a duplicate.
They have to come out at a higher level to keep up with the meta that they
Right, yeah. The power creep is so high that it doesn't even matter, right?
Right.
Which, I don't know. It might happen now or it might happen eventually in this game where you pull a card and it's a +3 version or whatever, right? So, for example, you get the red Keyblade or whatever. Mm-hmm. You get another red Keyblade. You're not just like, oh, shit, I already had this card. Now you have a red Keyblade +1, +2. And I like that. So I was like, okay, there's really no reason for me to just hoard my gems. Let me spend my gems on a pull. So then I pull, and I looked at the rates because I was like, ooh, I saw a Tidus, and I was like, bro, I want that Tidus card.
Yeah,
I want that Tidus card.
Tidus is dope.
So then I look, it's a 1% chance. Him, Waka, and Selfie are a 1% chance to pull. So I'm like, oh shit, dude, I'm probably not gonna get one of these. I do the ×10 pull. Well, first I did the daily pull, and I think I got like
a poo.
Yeah,
or a boo.
I got like a green Abu or some shit.
If I get one more goddamn Abu card, I'm gonna throw my phone in the fucking river. Okay.
What?
Abu.
It's so dog shit.
Abu is fucking terrible.
It's so dog
He's
shit.
terrible in the movie Aladdin. He's terrible in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And now he's terrible in Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. How long are we going to let this Abu menace carry on? Abu, I don't know what tier we ranked Abu when we did our last tier list, but I am retroactively putting Abu in the pedo tier because he is terrible. He's a bad monkey, and he's always trying to steal shit, and he's not helping me in Dark Road.
In Dark Road.
So
he's actually harming you.
Also, he flings his own feces. He's a monkey. That's what monkeys do. He flings his own feces, and we're celebrating this little
creature,
rodent, this cretin, by putting a little fez hat on him and a vest. We're allowing this.
So anyway,
he eats his own shit, Aladdin.
I do the daily pull. So then I go, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna do the ×10 pull. That's like all my gems.
Yeah, why not?
I was like, fuck it. Let's go. What? Guess what I pull?
A poo?
No, I pull fucking Waka. I'm like, let's go!
Oh, so you got Waka.
1%, let's go, Waka! This shit's gonna be lit. I didn't even look at the card. Like, you can press on the card and look what it does.
It will say, like, a weak attack.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't even want to know. I just want to, I go, I edit my deck. I make sure he's at the fucking front of the deck.
Right.
I'm like, let's fucking go. I get into a battle, and then I see him, and I go, wait, sliding dash? It's the Waka card. Okay. Maybe sliding dash is cool. I thought it was gonna be like the one where like where like Sora kind of like slides into him.
Yeah.
Like he's like almost on his ass, like sliding into him. I was like, that might be cool. Let me see young Xehanort do a sliding dash. Bruh. The Waka card, the 1% chance to get Waka card.
Right.
The second most rare card in the pull. He does a little stab, like he's fucking jousting, dude. The Waka card. Right. Now, we were talking about it before. You got the selfie card. So the Waka card, the Tidus card, and the selfie card are all the exact same fucking thing.
Yep.
They're just the different colors.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you got the Waka card in Union Cross, the motherfucker would come out and do like his fucking limit break on him,
right,
and then leave. In this game, he does.
Okay, and I get your complaint on that, but like Union Cross, it makes more sense that you would summon Waka as opposed to like.
So you're telling me that because it's a medal or it's a car?
No. That's not why. Because it fits more with like what's going on with the story. Like, I feel like Xehanort summoning like a bunch of different like creatures and people would be kind of weird. Like from a story perspective and from a like
I get that. To me, it's like, why is he in the game? That's what I'm saying. Like, if the Waka card is to stab, why is he in the game?
Because they had to come up with weak cards to use, and why not the 3 Final Fantasy characters that you see at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 and never see again except Selphie for like 2 minutes?
That's true.
That's why.
But like,
that's why.
It's
and I get your frustration with that, and I completely understand and mostly agree. But I also understand that like from I can't think of the word I want to use, but from the standpoint of like the tone of this game, that doesn't make sense.
I get that, but I think that that's just so lazy. Like, okay,
dude, they have two animators working on this game.
Okay, but they animate it. Okay,
dude, they have 2 animators,
and don't try and tell me that they're not using the same assets for some of this shit.
Dude, well, I mean, Young Xehanort wasn't in.
No, I understand that,
but they got.
You tell me they didn't.
Sorry, I got to start a world battle. Hold on.
Young Xehanort. Shut the fuck up. I guarantee that they were like, yo, let's make the Young Xehanort outfit so that you could pretty much make Young Xehanort in Union Cross. And then we just move that motherfucker over to Dark Road.
I don't know.
They won't know. They won't know.
I don't know if lazy is the right word, but I get what you're saying. To me, it was disappointing to you. Extremely
disappointing. OGs of the Union Cross 5 minutes will know. When I got that Roxas card,
we don't say that.
We
don't say the Union Cross. We don't speak about that anymore.
The OGs will know. When I got that Roxas card and I used that bitch for the first time, I was like, yo, I gotta get this card as strong as possible. This shit's dope.
Okay. Do you know what I think's happening here as well that we haven't touched on? You and I, if you take the general Kingdom Hearts fandom, people that would play this game, you and I think a lot more highly of Tidus and Waka than the random Kingdom Hearts person.
Okay. I that's definitely true.
Because if it was Roxas card and you got that and it didn't pop off, I would get why you'd be more upset. But we think so highly of Tidus and Waka, and I think the average Kingdom Hearts fan does not. There are so many Kingdom Hearts fans that never even played Final Fantasy X.
Right. As
we witnessed when we streamed the game, and a lot of people were like, oh, this is where Tidus and Waka are from. Oh, that's Auron. About time Auron got his own game. Auron from Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, no, I get that. Right. I get that. But it wasn't that it was Waka that made it so I was like, that was only part of it. Mm-hmm. The main reason why I was like, why is this card fucking dog shit? It doesn't do anything except for a stab, is that it's the second most rare fucking card that you can pull right now. There's
in that poll, in the gem poll.
In that poll.
In the golden ticket poll, there's more.
Yeah, there's even more, right? Yeah. But like in the ones that you can pull, like from the beginning of the game, that's the second most rare card. Are you shitting me? It's a 1% chance for me to get stab.
Yeah.
Stab.
Right. Well, sliding dash.
No, it's not even a sliding dash. He just stabs.
That's what it's called. It's called sliding dash.
He just stabs.
I'm just telling you, that's what it's called.
Normally he does like a hit, like he swings down, right? He just hits a little stab.
Well, they're also stationary fighting.
That's true, but
it's not like he's like running around in any of the attacks. I don't have this attack, but there's that attack called there's electric pulse or dark pulse or what are they called?
Oh, you're talking about dark spark and
spark.
Yeah,
dark spark. He moves around in that one, but the only attack I have where he really does anything of note is the 7 swords or whatever it's called, the Mickey card, and he jumps in the air and.
Right, I didn't even get that.
Yeah, I have that one.
So I played probably 10 hours of this game. I don't have a single card where I'm like, yo, that's dope.
Also, I want to point out, I just noticed this while I have a world run going right now because I'm like 50 enemies short. And when you go into bonus time, the anime lines, I'm like 99% sure if I typed in anime lines green screen into YouTube, this is what would pop up. Like, I'm pretty sure they just took the green screen and they layered it twice and put it over. I want to get to bonus time again. Next time I get to bonus time, I'll stop you talking and I'll It also does it when you match 3 cards that are the same color. It does it for like a blip. Anyway.
So anyways, I'm disappointed in what the cards do.
Right.
Because you get all these cards.
What them
they don't really
cards do.
explain like which ones are which. They just say, hey, like if it says attack at the bottom, it doesn't attack.
Right.
And there's the different colors, and there's duplicates. For example, there's the shadow, and there's the red shadow, the green shadow, and the blue shadow.
Right.
They all do the exact same thing. They're just the different color. So when you're like, you get a blue shadow.
Wait a minute. Oh. I was like, I just did Dark Break, and I forgot I have the Queen of Hearts. And she does Dark Break.
Oh, yeah,
So all the villains do Dark Break, and then there's that one Riku card that does Electric Break or whatever.
It's the Light Spark.
Or Spark, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark. Whatever it's called. You know what I mean. So anyway, continue with your journey through this.
Anyway, at this point, I've gotten through like 15 of the missions, which I didn't know at that point is 75% of the way through this. There has been 2 story beats, and I don't have a single cool card. My best card that I look for is Waka, which is stab, and Mini, which is heal, and it's the only way to heal unless like one of your side characters heals you. Which, by the way, at the beginning of the game, they're like, yo, which one are you going to choose? And you're like, oh, shit, which one am I going to choose? Like, I got to make sure I choose the right one, right? No, you can switch it at any time. It doesn't actually
And then they do it again later, which is...
Yeah.
They go, hey, should we keep the same team? And you're like, why the fuck would I not? Like, what's the difference, you know?
Right. So then, they're useless, dude.
Yeah,
I
they're
remember
pretty
just
bad.
battling and just watching them. And I'm like, what the fuck do these guys even do?
Right.
What they do is they do whatever it says underneath their name or whatever. That's the first thing they do. And then after that, they wait like maybe like 5 to 10 seconds to just do an attack, which doesn't even scale well. It doesn't even scale with you. It doesn't do any fucking damage. It does like maybe 20 damage. And then they do their one move again.
I will say...
That's their AI.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I got the enemy lines. Oh, it went away. What I will say is I play a lot of the City Opera Omnia.
I play that as well.
And
a decent amount.
The auto battling in that game is so dog shit. Because they don't use any abilities.
Right.
They either use a brave attack or regular attack, and that's all they do, right?
Yeah.
And so in order to auto successfully, you need a character who's, when you get like their good weapon or whatever, whose brave attack and regular attack is replaced with like attacks. So like Yuna with her EX weapon and fully maxed or whatever is like the farming queen because she will attack the whole line of enemies.
She like summons value for or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
she has value for from the start when you have her max. And so it works with that, but otherwise auto battling's dog shit. So I do appreciate that, one, auto battling is viable here, and 2, the AI isn't a complete dog shit at doing it.
Yeah.
Like they will match cards when they need to, they will heal when they need to.
Yeah.
Because I've watched it quite a bit, and I go, okay, the AI. I mean, it's not like it probably wasn't that difficult in AI to program.
It's not the best, so like
it's certainly leagues above the City Opera Omnia.
Yeah. I would say I had like I have a level 3 blue dark shadow or whatever, and I remember I had that, and that's my strongest blue card, and then it had like the blue like card boys,
Right.
and then just a regular blank blue. So my strongest move would be to start with the shadow and then just use the other 2. But no, it used the cards, so it does less damage. So it's not perfect, but it's still pretty good.
Right.
But there's really no way for you to know unless you remember, like, okay, let me look at my deck, see which one is the most powerful. Okay, I go and I look and look at the numbers manually. There's no number, so like in Chain of Memories, you can see how powerful the card is. There's a number in the corner. That's all they would have to do here. And it's that simple as to be, you don't have to have a number on there when it's like not
I-
leveled up at all.
I think,
And then you can see, okay, this one is a level. You have 2 duplicates of this. You know this is a strong one. You probably want to start off with this one.
right. I think the reason that doesn't exist is because once you get far enough into the game, every one of your cards is going to be like a different kind of ability. Because we were watching Damo put up a video which had no sound for some reason.
I was looking at
The video was very uncharacteristically Damo.
I looked at the comments. It's not even his footage.
Oh, so it's someone else's footage?
Yeah, someone tweeted at
But
him.
someone played it
Or sent it to
level
him.
55. They spent a bunch of gems or whatever. And
had
all their
80,000
cards
gems.
were like different attacks. They very rarely had they didn't have any of just the like Xehanort symbol cards.
They were different, but the same, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
So, okay, they had Dark, whatever the hell it's called, Dark Spark, and then there's Light Spark, and they're the same thing.
Well, right, but you get what I mean though, right? Like everything's an ability as opposed to like
They just all say attack.
There's very rarely just attacks is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's like that. I don't know that for sure, but defeat 500 enemies in Agrabah. What the fuck?
No, I know. Guess what? Guess why you're doing that?
Why?
Guess what unlocks?
What does it unlock?
No, you have to guess.
I don't know.
You do it? Okay, now you have 3-star Agrabah that you can't even kill anything in because the enemies are level 30.
Oh.
So if you want to kill these enemies, gimme, pay up.
Weird. Anyway, yeah, let's wrap up your story
Okay.
of your Dark Road launch day.
So
here.
I get through, I make it to 18. 18 has this Hornet enemy,
And he sucks.
and he's level 12. He's the exact same type of enemy that you can run into on 1-star Wonderland or whatever. And for whatever reason, this specific one doesn't take damage and has a poison dot that can last pretty much your entire health bar.
Yep.
You can't press. So in Unicross, you can press on the enemy and see like what it can do, what its weaknesses are, that type of shit. You can't do that in this. You have to go to the main menu. You have to have beaten that type of enemy before, and then you can see what it's weak to and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's dog shit. You should be able to press on the enemy and be able to see some type of info.
Well, the game doesn't inherently pause.
Right, but like there's a section on the right side of the screen that's nothing. You can put something like that
for
there.
Sure, for sure.
And so like that person that we watched that beat the only event that you can really do right now, like the late game event right now, they spent at least $100 on the game.
Oh, more
if
than that.
not more.
More than that.
Definitely more. And like they can only get through it by abusing the charm, which just brings like essentially the Kupo coin. Like they have 80 Kupo coins
Well,
on them.
they're in a tough spot when they're making a game like this to start because most people aren't going to do what that guy did, right?
Right.
Most people aren't going to go, "Yo, I need to just drop $300 on this fucking game."
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much this person spent.
Oh yeah.
This person that we watched, they had 80K gems stacked up, right? Yeah. And I guarantee they've spent at least probably 10K gems, at least.
Right.
For $99, you get not even 15K. That's not even enough to max pull 5 times.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Right. So, but my point
This person
is,
dropped at least like $500, $600.
my point is they're in a tough spot at the start of this game because they want to have that end game content for people that, go hard on it.
Yeah.
And spend their money. And
Well, I think gems transfer over from Unicross.
that too, yeah. You can transfer gems over from Union Cross, which
to me that's kind of weird.
I think it's fine.
It's kind of weird.
But my point is, they have to have like an end game thing, so it has to be really hard. But at the same time, you're kind of alienating the people that aren't going hard. They're like, wait, I have to play like 3 months of this game straight
Dude,
in order
half of it is alienated.
Right. So, but I'm saying they're in a tough spot at the start of the game.
I wouldn't even say half. I'd say a majority.
Right. But I don't know about a majority because I think I said this to you off recording, but we are in a weird spot where we wanted to get all of it done before today so we could record, right?
Right.
It's a very grindy game by design.
Yeah. And it's meant to be something you play a little
over
bit here
time.
and there. Yeah.
It's like when Animal Crossing came out during the quarantine and people were like fast forwarding days.
Yeah.
And then they were done with Animal Crossing in a month and they were like, wow, what do I do? It's like, it's not designed to be played that way. This game isn't either. I do think that, you know, the amount of gems you get for spending money, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I think they definitely need to balance it, and they didn't know how.
Yeah.
With Union Cross coming in like to play,
Yeah.
I think that did make it weird. I think it's a good idea to reward the people that have been playing your game for a long time, but I do think it made it weird for what they wanted. They didn't know what to do with that. And then also, what you touched on this to me yesterday when we were talking about it. There's only one like line of progression in this game.
Yeah.
Where like the City of Opera Omnia, you can grind for gems.
Yeah.
Right. Which helps you get more pulls.
Right.
Or you can grind for orbs, which you use to level up the weapons.
Yeah.
Or you can grind for money because you need money.
Right.
Or you can like gold, not real money. Or you can grind for armor tokens, which you use to upgrade people's armor.
Yeah.
Or you can grind experience for the characters so they level up. So there's a ton of or the gems that level their or their jewel level up, crystal level up. So there's all kinds of ways to grind. So if you're like, yo, I've hit a wall here, I need to move over here and do this. Where this game doesn't have that.
Doesn't have anything like that.
And my assumption is it will over time. But they at least needed to have two different avenues to go.
Something.
And they only have one.
Yeah.
And that's why we're playing the shit out of it for a day and then going, what do I do now?
Right. Well, and even during that time, I hit multiple walls, and I know I was talking to people in the Discord, and I was looking on Reddit, and 18 and 20, mission 18 and 20. 20 is the last mission, by the way. There's only 20 missions in this game. 26 if you count Agrabah and Wonderland, and they're 2 and 3 star.
Well, not
versions.
all of those missions are missions either. Some of them were just, hey, gain this many battle points.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah.
So not even 20. I will say I did have an issue with 18. Mission 18 sucked. I was level 13, I think, and I still couldn't get over the hump. And so, for experimental sake, I dropped $20 on this game. I didn't tell you this. I wanted to reveal this to you on air.
No,
so,
I'm not dropping a dime.
And that's fine. You don't have to. I did just to see what I would get. And here, let me grab my phone that's currently auto battling. So it actually that got me over the hump.
Disgusting.
Because when you spend $20,
you get
you did
like the pack that gets you that pass or whatever, right?
Hold on.
Because right now,
I got 2,400 gems and 10 draw tickets. Okay, so not even enough for a full pull, but I had enough gems to do a full pull.
$20 doesn't get you a full pull.
Yeah. So I did that, and to me, I'm like fine spending $20 on a game like this one time and just being
for
done
the
with
podcast.
it.
Yeah,
For the podcast, and like there's people working hard on this game.
Yeah,
they're not the ones making all decisions on it. You know what I mean? Like, but so I did a draw. And I did a jewel draw, and I didn't get shit. I got like this, like, oh, my large body leveled up or whatever. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck. So then I was like, okay, I got these 10 draw tickets. So I used that. And that got me, it got me a potion.
A potion?
Which heals 50 HP.
That's all right.
Okay. And that actually
heals you like 70.
And it also got me the Queen of Hearts. Oh, okay. I got selfie, I guess. I got selfie from that pull, so that wasn't terrible.
That's like that 1%.
Yeah, but I got the Queen of Hearts, who does Dark Break. But the potion is what got me over the hill, because then I had 2 cards I could heal with.
Yeah,
and that's what got me over. And then when I got to 19 was cake, and 20 is the other one that was hard for people. It's that bomb. I auto battled that and got through it.
Right,
because I had gotten a blue Rhapsody that cast Blizzard, and so that just destroyed it. But I didn't even touch it. I auto battled it because like I wonder if I can auto battle this one. I know people said it was tough, but I auto battled it and it was no problem.
Huh?
And So I think what's happening is, we're all getting to like level 15 and going, this shit's hard, but it is a lot on the cards that you have.
It is
more so than what level you are.
Right. So what made me pop off last night was my friend, he says, so he installed the game and he watched the intro and he did the first thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it's kind of cool. And I was playing the hell out of it. He was like, let me know if I should play it.
Right.
So then I beat it. I did everything.
Mm-hmm.
I finished everything last night. My thing says coming soon. I did everything. So he's like, well, how is it? And I had Mike and I kind of barely talked about it because I didn't really want to spoil anything.
Right.
And I wanted his
And
opinion.
I was still stuck on 18 at that point.
Yeah, and I didn't want to like talk about it before the podcast, and I wanted his opinion to be like not changed at all by how I felt about it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of like talking it out, and I'm like, okay, we pretty much got 4 story beats, 2 of which are the exact same story beats. So there's like 3, because there's the intro.
Yep.
There's the
we'll talk about story in a minute.
And then there's the end.
Right.
There's only 3 story beats. You have 20 missions or whatever. And 2 of which are super hard. I kind of want to push you towards spending some money.
Right.
Because there's no other way to level up. And I was talking to him about, I've played Opera Omnia, and I've also played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
And you played Union Cross.
And it's, yeah, but that one I played way less than the other 2.
Right.
But I played a lot of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And one of the things I really liked about it, it's definitely a gacha game, and it definitely has like, it's one of those games where when new stuff comes out, it's really strong, right? But there's so much that you can do in that game, that there's so many different avenues to get stronger, and it's one of those games where you have like energy, right? So you can only use so much energy.
Right.
Each mission costs a certain amount of energy. You can use gems to refill it or whatever. But there's so many different ways where it's like, okay, for example, I got this character that I really like. It was like the masked Kylo Ren when that movie came out. I was like, yo, this shit is dope. Like, it was just really cool. I really liked how it looked. The moves were cool. I was like, I'm going to power up this move.
Your favorite card wasn't the card where Luke Skywalker's throwing his lightsaber?
No, it was not. It was not. That hadn't happened yet. I hadn't been soured by that moment yet. I was just a kid.
There's no way for a Jedi to treat his lightsaber.
And I was like, yo, this is dope. Let me power this guy up. So there's multiple ways to power that person up.
Right.
You can get the shards for him. You can get the gear for him. There's all that stuff. It's very
like
similar
we talked about with Opera
in
Omnia.
Opera Omnia.
Yeah.
And in this game, there is nothing like that. All of the optional event content is impossible to do without spending money. Impossible. The only one I could say you could feasibly do is the Feat of Strength Beginner, but you still have to abuse probably 2 charms on it.
Right.
There is no way that you can beat it without spending money. At least in the first week of gameplay. You can't. Because the only other way for you to get more cards is gems and the tickets. And the only way for you to get gems or tickets is in the missions. One
or
thing,
spending money.
Yeah, or spending money. The only in Union Cross, and it's similar in Opera Omnia, when you're just doing missions, you can get gems by hitting like multiple targets. Like in the mission, get 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, right? So just doing the missions gets you progression. In this game, you get dog shit amount of BP. I remember I beat like the level 18 boss or whatever that you have to either spend money or you have to abuse the charms on it. I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of BP for this one. This one was fucking hard, right? I got like 200 BP.
Yeah.
I was like, this is ridiculous. So I'm looking at the missions because it's like, I don't know what to do. There's no other events to do. There's nothing for me to do except for to either spend money or just auto battle and then hopefully level up. Well, I was like, fuck, I guess I got to auto battle and level up. So I auto battled for like 20K worth of BP. And then just to find out that when I level up, my stats go up by a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then the amount of BP you need almost doubles. Yep. It's so nuts.
I left mine on overnight. Did I tell you that?
So did I.
I left it on overnight, and then it updated in the middle of the night, so it stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
And I woke up to pee. I woke up to pee, and then I was like, oh, and so I put it back on. And then I woke up again in the morning before I like woke up, and it was like, oh, the date has changed.
Mine did that too.
So that's their way of stopping you from just leaving it on.
What in the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
It's so bad.
Anyway, we've talked a lot about this. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about the story and we'll do the question of the week. This is a long one, folks. Hang in there. Jason is triggered.
I'm so triggered, dude.
He's triggered.
I'm so triggered.
Pull his devil trigger. It's a Devil May Cry thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, he turns into like a demon boy
Oh,
when he
okay.
does the devil trigger.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of hot.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm kind of into it.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, yo, we're back. Well, that was fast. Wow, it was
What
like,
the fuck?
you guys might have heard an ad, but it was literally like 2 seconds for us.
It was like the blink of an eye.
So let's talk about the story, or lack thereof, I guess. What was interesting to me, and this is full spoilers for Dark Road of what's out so far. So if you haven't done it and you don't want to know,
I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's not anything.
we'll see. So starting off, we find out that Xehanort, Ericus, Vor, Hermod, and Bragi are underclassmen Keyblade students.
Like beginner.
And then there's another one named Baldur.
Who's missing?
Who's missing. Well, not missing.
To them, it's missing.
He's not there. And then Odin comes in, he's the teacher, and he says he sent Baldur on a different mission because there are 7 upperclassmen that went out into the worlds and are missing, and he's going to send them to go find them.
They went out for their mark of mastery.
Yeah, but Baldur.
That's me, dude.
Baldur sister is one of the upperclassmen, and he didn't want Baldur to freak out, so he sent Baldur on a different mission. So these 6 characters are going off into the worlds for the first time to look for these Keyblade wielders. They're these upperclassmen Keyblade wielders.
They have never left Scala.
And they've never left Scala except for
Xehanort.
Xehanort, who came from Destiny Island, obviously. So they also reveal that Xehanort was kind of found in like the center of town.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention at the very beginning, Xehanort's like laying on the beat. So there's the intro with Union Cross, where it's like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't
And
know what that even means.
It's the Union Cross. It's your player character at the
with his weird stub arm.
Yeah. Well, it's when he wakes up. So like in Key, your character is assumed to die.
Right.
Well, then when Union Cross came out, like he woke up.
Right.
Still alive in the area.
Right.
And then the Dandelion leaders find them.
Right.
Well, then he's dreaming about that. And he wakes up and he's like, I keep having the same exact dream over and over.
Xehanort's having a dream, and then Ansem shows up and goes, hey, bro, go through this
Step
portal.
in this portal.
Step in this portal. It's sweet, I promise. And he's like, who are you? And he's like, doesn't matter, dude. Just go in the portal. You want to leave. So anyway, it flash forwards. He's been at Skaya. That's what I call it for short. And
we're cool like that.
Yeah, me and Skaya go way back. And so you go off to fucking Agrabah with Xehanort, Ericus, and the other person of your choosing. I chose Erd.
You already know I chose Vor.
And he chose Vor. But then later I chose Bragi because he could cast Protect on me. So basically the other story beat is they talk about the Emblem Heartless versus the regular Heartless.
And they also talk about...
Because the Emblem Heartless in the Book of Prophecies were foretold, but they shouldn't exist yet. And they're like, why do they exist? And we're like, we don't know. Maybe it's a clue. Then they don't talk about it again for the rest of the first chapter.
Well, the other thing they talk about is that when all the worlds split, they're all reforming at different rates.
Right.
And because they're all reforming at different rates, they start at different times, and their time also goes at a different rate.
They tried to blame the fact that Agrabah is empty on the world reforming still.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Nomura. Anyway, so they also make fun of Ericus a lot and say he likes to run away. I don't get...
Yeah.
Is there some time where Ericus just ran away?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to just be cute and funny.
And then there's one point where Master Xehanort goes to hand Ericus his Keyblade and he just chucks it behind him and keeps walking. And Xehanort's like, what? Why did you just chuck
Why
the
would you do
Keyblade?
that?
You know, that's such a dumb decision.
Yeah.
Like, what a weird character.
Could have fell in the ocean. I mean,
what a weird character change for you,
yeah.
Ericus, after all this time. Anyway, that doesn't actually happen. So
you go out to Agrabah. They fight a bandit large body or whatever. The bandit.
and they're like,
fat
whoa,
bandit.
that's a strong Heartless. And they're like, maybe the strong Heartless took the upperclassmen because they were all alone,
right?
Unlike us, who were in teams of 3.
Right.
And
then Ericus is like, hey, to whoever character you're with, hey, what would you do if you ran into that person by yourself? And then at the same time, Xehanort says he would fight, and the other person says that they would run.
Right.
And he's like, exactly. Some would fight, some would run. It can't be why they all disappeared.
Yeah, all the Heartless came with the reason for all their disappearance. So then it's like, okay, this is really nothing. And then when you beat level 20, the last scene is...
they come back.
Oh, yeah, they come back.
The groups of 3 come back.
And they're like,
Ericus, are you sure you want to keep the same groups of 3?
Ericus, you like to run away. Ha, 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 ha. But anyway, the last scene is... It says 4 years later. It's like a time jump.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to be a time jump for the rest of the time. That wouldn't make much sense, but...
I don't know. It kind of seemed like it.
Xehanort is laying bouquets of flowers down on 4 different graves, which to me signifies that the other 4 people that were in your parties are dead.
Yeah.
And Ericus walks up and, he's trying to get Xehanort not to leave. It's like they've discussed that he's leaving already. And Xehanort's like, I got to see what else is out there. And he goes, well, you already saw. And he goes, not everything. And then they kind of go, by the way, we need to decide who's better once and for all.
Chess.
But Ericus is like down like 200 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, Ericus, dude. And what I thought was weird about all this is they really characterize Ericus as being like, it's almost to me like they swapped them, because they characterize Ericus as kind of being like the shady one as opposed to Xehanort. And I don't know if that's because we're controlling Xehanort, and so we're seeing it from his perspective. But to me, like, they didn't do anything like super outright, but it just seemed like Ericus is the one to be like...
They were all poking fun at Ericus and asking Xehanort for his advice.
Right. Well, that, and just like when their interactions, he seems like he's kind of like... He's up to something. Like, that's how it felt to me.
He seems like he's fake.
Right, yeah. Like, they're not really as good of friends as they've been portrayed at this point, at least. I don't know. It's weird. It was weird. But then that's it. And then it's like, oh, chapter 1's over. Chapter 2 coming soon. And so it was like a cliffhanger.
So you either beat that in like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, if you pay money, or you have to spend 4 to 5 hours to get those 3 story beats.
Yes. Well, and it's like...
Why?
I saw people on Twitter be like, oh, the cliffhanger at the end of chapter 1 of Dark Road. And I'm like... I saw it and I was like, yeah, it's like a cliffhanger by definition, but we already knew these people were going to die.
Right.
Because they don't
exist. I remember literally saying that right away.
Right. So is it that great of a I don't know. I don't know. Overall, I would say, I don't want to talk too much more about Dark Road because we spent like an hour talking about it already. But overall, it's kind of...
I would say don't install it for now.
You dipped your foot in and you were like, water still feels all right. And then you dropped your balls in and it was cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, it's so cold. I need to get out.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was lukewarm, but that didn't fit with the analogy you started earlier. So we'll see what happens with this game. I'm hoping... I'm not optimistic about getting a new update anytime soon.
I am not.
Based especially on what Nomura said about they had 2 animators for cutscenes.
Also, they had to delay this game.
Yeah.
What did they have to delay it for? It has 20 missions. There's like 10 different moves.
They weren't done with that.
There's 10 moves, dude. There's like
But dude, you don't know where they were at. You know what I mean? And it sounds like the animator thing, it wasn't they were like downsizing. It sounds like that was like Corona related, and that's why. When you have 2 animators, I don't know how to animate, but what I do know about animating is it sucks, and it takes a long fucking time. You got 2 animators working on 2 games.
Right.
It's going to take a long fucking time. Yeah, they're going to delay it.
To me, it's like, why did this game come out yet? Like, why has it come out? Like, why did they drop
already
this?
delayed it. They wanted to get it out. And it's got to come out before Melody of Memory because you know it's going to tie in. So, or Memory and Melody.
Melody of Memories.
I've gone cross-eyed.
No.
Anyway.
To me,
say your last thing, and then I'm done talking about Dark Road.
To me, if you haven't downloaded it, if you're on the fence, don't download it. Don't expect anything out of this because
download
there's
it.
Currently,
it's free. But
there's currently nothing out for you to do except for just to turn on your phone and leave it on an auto battle. But for you to get anything out of that, and the thing that you do get out of it is so small, dude. My only progression right now is to either wait for another week for the new weekly missions to be available for me, or I have to kill like 20,000 more Heartless. Like, how does somebody actually even do that feasibly in a week's time?
I don't know.
It's so nuts. Like, it was like they were just shooting. They had a blindfold on and they were just throwing a dart at a dartboard and being like, okay, how much should they have to grind for 300 gems? Go. All right, 5,000 Heartless kills.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
There's nothing to do. The little bit of story you get is literally nothing. It's awful.
Okay, that was Jason's final word on Dark Road. He is not going to talk about Dark Road for the rest of the podcast. Done. So let's do the question of the week. Do you remember what the question of the week was, Jason?
No.
It was.
I just thought of another thing, and I don't even. I'm just. Triggered.
No more Dark Road. Stop. What songs are you most excited for in Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, yeah.
MOM. What song will you ride over if it isn't included? Are there any songs you don't want in? We will take answers to 1, 2, or all 3 of these questions. Sean Bean says, honestly, I think one I'd want to play the most is The Other Promise / Vector to the Heavens, the version that plays during KH3 during the Sea Salt Trio reunion. Sean also says, Let It Go. But seriously, I don't know if I'd riot, but there'd definitely be some smaller songs they could leave out. Union Cross from KH3 is one of my favorite pieces of music in all of KH. I really like The Last Light as well, which is the stuff that plays during the whole "Are you kidding? Do you know how popular I am?" and is played again during Remind. Fantasia a la... I will say, I'm going to butcher a bunch of Latin.
Oh, yeah.
For this question of the week. That's really what this question of the week is about, is trying to make Mike say things in Latin. Fantasia a la Marcia is another one that I really hope is in there, but most of the ones I'm really worried about maybe getting left out are the more recent ones. 3, please, dear God, don't bring back the Atlantica songs from KH2. Please, no, Mira. Please.
I'm begging.
Meteor Phoenix says, as long as they let me face my fears, I'll be happy.
Ooh.
The Box says, don't know, don't care. You can keep the darn music game. I'll just watch the cutscenes on YouTube. Wow. Okay. Yeah, go play Dark Road or something. Skittles for Hannah says, Sad Boy Hours I'm very excited for, trying to prepare myself emotionally. I can't remember what songs were in the trailer now, but I want Traverse Town theme, but the one with the saxophone specifically. A close second is Shion's theme. Any song from Frozen or The Little Mermaid is iffy for me. I'm very excited for the game, and it wouldn't ruin my experience if they're in, which they will be, but they're just the songs I wouldn't be upset if they left out. Thank you, Skittles. Just Red Nocturne says, excited for Simple and Clean Planet B remix.
Ooh.
Riot, Deep Jungle. Well, you better start riding, Johns. No, anything from Atlantica KH2. KH1 is okay.
Okay.
Wildcat Diana says, personally, I want KH1 Halloween Town from KH2 Roxas boss fight theme, and from KH3 Oscurida de Xehanort. And please, never resurface the Ursula rhythm boss fight from KH2. Ugh. I cannot handle Sora calling Ursula mommy ever again.
He does.
That's true. I kind of like that. Master of Masters Master says, I want Sanctuary. It's a shame that it only got the shine in KH2 and maybe recoded. I can't remember what theme they use, but Simple and Clean gets all the love and Sanctuary is often left to the wayside. Melody of Memories better have Sanctuary, or so help me God, I will still be fully invested in the series, but mildly upset. LOL.
So help me God.
So help me God. Elks says, Darkness of the Unknown. KH2 definitely has my all-time favorite final boss in any video game, and one of the biggest reasons is the music. Holy shit, this hits hard. I'm very happy it got in and hope they have the remastered version from the final mix. I'd riot if Forza del Mal wasn't in the game. It's a very fast-paced song, and any of the versions of the original final mix or remind could work. I do not want anything with Frozen or Atlantica, cause no. Everybody hating on Frozen and Atlantica right now.
Dude, yeah, fuck both of those.
Well, here's the thing though, the world theme in Frozen is a bop.
I don't know, because if that's in, then that opens the door for Let It Go, and I don't want that.
Here's the thing, I don't think there are going to be actual Disney songs in this. I think it will just be like the world versions. Because like we saw, it has the Agrabah world version. It has.
Like you don't think they licensed it?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go like, oh, okay.
That gives me a little hope.
Here's It's a Small World. Like they're not going to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, that's kind of random. A little random, but I get what you're saying. You're probably right.
DDDD says, same with Jason. I love the Other Promise / Vector to the Heavens or Ansem boss theme from KH3. Apparently that's what you said last week.
Yeah.
I am Corey the Smith. Welcome to the Discord, by the way. Says, look, if they add a secret boss fight to Melody of Memory where you gotta fight Sephiroth to One Wing Angel, I will lose my shit.
Dude.
You already know there's gonna be songs that you have to either 100% or collect all the flan pieces or some shit like that. And it's going to be like a 9-minute version of the Winnie the Pooh theme that you'll have to do a million times over.
No.
But at the end, I will 100% buy this game day one and every DLC to it. Vetus, who I also believe is new to Discord, welcome, says, Spooks of Halloween Town. This song is so fun to fight to, and honestly, I'll riot if Spooks of Halloween Town and This Is Halloween isn't in I almost said Master of Masters because they put Mom. This is getting too fucking confusing, man.
God damn it.
K. Flores says, excited. Definitely the Cavern of Remembrance theme.
Ooh.
Also, but not holding my breath
That's
or
the
anything.
Deep cut.
I'd really like to get the Sanctuary ending version and Chernobog's Night on Bald Mountain. Yeah, I bet Night on Bald Mountain would be hard as fuck,
It
too.
definitely would be. To me, I don't know why, but when you were doing that, it made me think of like in Donkey Kong 64, whenever King K. Rool was like doing something, it would have music like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You're right. That music is kind of like that. Like when you lose and he like blows up DK Isle. Yeah. What a great, not great game.
A great but not great game.
K. Flores continues, Riot, Axel's theme / 13th Struggle.
Yeah.
No, I can't immediately think of any songs I dislike, but if I had to choose one, the Dream Eaters theme. At least make it easy enough I can beat it on the first try. So K. Flores does not like this section of the podcast because that's what's playing right now.
Yeah, I hate that song too.
Iron Daddy Iron Sean changed his name to Iron Daddy.
Hell
we love
yeah.
it. He says, you give me simple and clean or I send it back. I also want everyone's themes. And if Dearly Beloved isn't playable, I riot. Agreed.
If all the themes aren't playable.
I want a Dearly Beloved medley where it has like all the different versions of Dearly Beloved.
Oh,
come on, dude. That's
probably like hard as fuck. Though.
Yeah, dude. That would be dope.
It's like 10 minutes long.
Right. That's what I want. Kyrie's bro says, I don't think it will happen, but what I really want is Disney songs. Give me the full Lion King soundtrack, and I'll be super disappointed if they don't give us Simple and Clean. Also, let me play it with those DK Congo drums.
I think I got some bad news for you.
Yeah, Kyrie's bro, I hate to say this. I like the last part of your response, but the first part, I'm going to give a big boo to.
Yeah.
You want to play Lion King soundtrack? You want to play I Just Can't Wait to Be King?
Actually, that's a banger. That's a banger. That's a banger, actually.
But it has nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts, so it's not going to be in the game. Like, and that's why I don't think they're going to put, like, Let It Go in.
Yeah.
Or, like,
well, that was literally in the game. So I feel like, if anything, maybe that, but that licensing for that would probably be way too hard.
So I think what you're going to get is, if you get a Frozen song, it'll be the... It'll be that one. I don't think we're gonna get any like. That would very much surprise me. There's so much good Kingdom Hearts music on its own that if they started putting Disney stuff that had nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts in, I would be very surprised.
Also, it's like, to me, when they put in a bad song, at least is how I feel. When they put in a bad song, that takes away a spot from another song that's like similar that I would like more.
Right. And I think we'll get like, okay, so if Yoko Shimomura, the composer of Kingdom Hearts, if she like took a version of a song and put it into Kingdom Hearts, like for like the field music or the battle music or whatever, then yeah, it's possible you'll see that song. So like, I know like KH1, Little Mermaid, it's basically Under the Sea. Right?
Yeah.
It's like do 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 do, or Halloween Town. It's basically This Is Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's possible, but I do not think you're gonna see like the scene from The Little Mermaid where Sebastian's singing Under the Sea. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm excited for this game because, as I thought would happen, Dark Road was a bit of a disappointment.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Jason's not allowed to talk about it.
I signed a contract.
Had him sign a contract in like 2 seconds. But Mom is going to be a great game.
Dude, I'm excited for Mom now. I need a win, dude. I need a win, dude.
Jason, Namir, he needs this really bad.
Dude,
please make sure that this game's good.
Dude,
Jason,
the Pokemon DLC was a letdown.
Jason needs it.
Dark Road was a letdown. My computer's been broken for like a week, dude.
We got Min in Smash Brothers instead of the thick ass arms character.
And there's like 5 Mii brawlers that pretty much just make it so it's like, yeah, they're never gonna be in the game.
Yeah, but were you like, yo, I need Heihachi in Smash Bros?
Dude, I was hoping to like we get like Jin in it. But
that's still possible.
It is, but it's like,
I think
they really gonna do a
if they were gonna put a Tekken character in Smash, it would probably be Kazuya, not
probably.
If it's not Heihachi, I mean, it would probably be Kazuya.
Yeah,
that'd be my guess. But
dude, I want King.
King would be dope.
King would be fucking baller, dude.
We kind of already have King. He's named Incineroar.
Yeah,
he's a lion that suplexes people.
No, but he's way cooler, dude. Fuck Incineroar. King is dope.
Incineroar's whack, but we kind of already have. I guess King's a jaguar, not a lion.
Yeah,
but he's a cat that suplexes people.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow, I don't know how we got on Smash Bros. What's next week's question of the week, Jason?
Next week's question of the week is...
Okay, so this question comes from our boy Jip214 in the Discord.
Shout-outs to Jip.
Shout-outs to Jip. And he says, the next question of the week should be, based on the new trailer, who do we think is the Master of Masters? And what he means by the new trailer is that trailer where a hooded figure is revealing themselves. Could be Master of Masters, could be not. But we want to know who you guys think the Master of Masters is.
Like in Melody of Memories?
Or just in general. And I want concrete reasons why you think it's this person.
Also, if you say Jiminy Cricket...
Yeah, if you say Jiminy Cricket...
You will be banned.
Jason will ban you.
You will be banned. I've had a pretty disappointing week.
Yeah, Jason's not happy.
You don't want to test me.
You don't want to test him. I also want to remind people of the question of the month. This is your last chance to enter the question of the month. We will announce the winner next week.
Don't make me start calling people out
on the podcast. I want to tell you that you did call people out, and some of them did it.
Hell yeah.
But Panda answered and said, Jason didn't call me out, but I don't want him to come for me.
I will. I would have come for you.
So Corinne and Sean answered based on you yelling at them.
Okay.
APK also answered.
Nice.
Namabe answered.
Ooh.
Master of Masters, Master, and Vetus. So is there anybody else you want to call out that didn't do it?
I don't really remember who all answered from last week.
I
remember I said Tyler.
Tyler has not answered yet.
I will come for you, Tyler.
We got Trapper John, The Box, Jip, Sean's, Kyrie's Bro, Iron Daddy, The Dome, DDDD, Kyrie's Bro, I Escape, Alks, Skittles, Meteor Phoenix, R. Russo, APK, Namabe, Sean Bean, Master Masters Master, Vetus, Panda Bear, and Corinne.
You tell me Sean's hasn't answered either, dude?
I said Sean's.
Oh, I thought you didn't say Sean's.
I said Sean's, not Boomer Sean, though.
2.8?
2.8.
I will fucking come for you and your body pillow, okay?
Oh, dude, you brought up the body pillow
on
again?
The podcast.
We promised him we wouldn't bring up the body pillow anymore. That was definitely one side clothed and one side nude, and he walked around the con he got it at, holding it, and people were looking at him like, man,
He
that
is
guy's
gonna
gonna fuck that pillow tonight. That's definitely what
He
happens.
is gonna sweet talk the clothed side, and then once he feels like he's sweet talked
Once
the
he
clothed
feels like
side
he gets
enough,
consent, he's gonna turn it
he's
over.
gonna.
End the podcast, Jason. End the podcast right now.
Okay, but like Dark Road.
No, end the podcast. To hit him with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you.
Fuck off. Dark Road.